Morning everyone, Ravenna from Triple Moon Goddess 88 here. I've been getting downloads all morning for your message of the day, and it's gonna be a bit all over the place because they've given me a lot. So we're gonna start off with the crow that I saw this morning outside my bedroom window. So crows are, very big messengers. They're symbols of major change, and now that you've let things go over the moon, the full moon period, it's acknowledging that now that you've let go of those things that needed to let go, you're ready to embrace the new and bring that in. That's the significant message. And I know crows mean many things, but this is the message that's coming through today. So what this means is, for some, this means, and this is for the ones that have been working on their inner self and releasing and doing all that stuff, that in the physical you are now going to start seeing those changes, that you've been integrating those changes within yourself. Well, now you're going to see the big external changes. There's a need for you to pay more attention to universe and your guides and whoever you get your messages from. They're asking you to pay even more particular attention, and I think they're trying to say that they've opened you up a little bit more to hear them. I just heard that. Sorry, I've got notes like everywhere, like they have been coming at me. The messages that you are going to be getting are not going to be hard to interpret. I know that for myself, over the years, I've had to ask for clarity and clarification on messages and signs that I just didn't know what the meaning was. But they're going to be very clear in their messages for you. And they're saying to stop ignoring them and their guidance. They're also saying something about second guessing or overthinking. I've done this myself, so I know what this one's all about. And for some specific people, you've been ignoring the signs and messages because you are either overthinking, as I just said, because of fear, or what they are asking you doesn't make sense right in that moment. If they're asking you to do something, you have free will, of course, but they are asking you to trust and just let things flow. They are guiding you to something for a reason. And they're asking you to trust that you are being guided for your highest good, for whatever it is. And again, they've said they're asking you to stop fighting them and trust. So that's them too. I've mixed up my notes here. Hang on. They're saying that something in your morning practice needs a slight change. If you're meditating, if you're doing affirmations, if you, I don't know what exercising, scrolling on your phone, you know. There's something small, a small habit or something in it that just needs a small tweak, whatever that means for you. So that's yeah, just a slight change. You don't need to change your whole routine. You don't need to just alter something when it comes to that. Okay, I just reorganized everything. Now, they're saying that fake it till you make it. That isn't working for you. So if you've got that mindset, I'm just going to fake it till I make it. It isn't working as it's forcing you to give up or hide parts of yourself that need to be seen. And the universe is saying that it needs your light right now. And as a collective, we need to shine brighter than ever. So whatever it is that's a part of whatever you're hiding, it might just be that facade that you're hiding behind in whatever context that might be in. For someone specific, and this isn't for everyone, faking or wearing masks around others is eating away at your soul. So you can feel it, and because you're doing that, someone knows you're doing that, and there's someone around you that wants to keep you stuck. You want to move forward and have done a lot of work within to go through that door, so keep walking and show your true self. The right people will be drawn to that, will be there for you, will support you, will lift you up. The universe is also saying that don't force things. You know, if they're asking you to hold back on something, or stay still for a minute, then listen to that. They're very adamant on that, only because if you're trying to, even though you know it's the right direction, if you try and force what they're asking you to just pause for a minute, it may not go the way that it's intended to go. And not everyone will understand you, and they may even react negatively out of fear or resentment. You know, their egos could get in the way. But listen to your guides and your intuition, because the timing does have to be right. And if universe says go, you know. There will be energies, and this is only for specific part of the collective. There will be energies that will try to get in your way. They'll try and put up roadblocks. You know, you really need to use your intuition to see past all this. They're trying to stop your forward movement for their own selfish reasons, you know, whatever they are, and to keep you in a box and to keep you small and contained where you are. They don't want you to move forward because they're scared that you're going to leave them behind. But if they're meant to be left behind, then they're meant to be left behind. That's universe's plan. But they might try and do things to make you second guess yourself, second guess your intuition. You know, it's... I'm also getting that these energies may be trying to talk you out of something, maybe feeding you false information or making comments that are a little off and just don't sit right with you. Just trust. Ask your angels and guides for help if you're not sure. Trust your intuition. That's more important than anything right now, not outside voices. If you are unsure and there is too much external noise or even, you know, mind chatter going on, just sit with it for a minute. Try and quiet the mind and really get in tune and ask universe for help. Now, you already know the direction and the choices that you're making, that you need to make, or that you're about to make. It's, yeah, if the universe says just to sit with it for a minute, then sit with it. But if they're giving you the green light, then get out of your head, go for it, do it. Now, if this is very specific, if you're in conflict with someone, that time is coming to an end. Those boundaries that you've put in place and held within, even within yourself, are being maintained. And that, you know, things are either going to calm right down or they're just going to leave your life altogether. Whatever the conflict is, it's something within them. You are the scapegoat for it, the target of whatever they've got going on. They can't control what's going on within them, so they're pushing that onto you. And I'm not saying that's an excuse, I'm just trying to let you know that that's where it was coming from. And things will settle moving forward, especially now that you've set those boundaries and are in your own mind dealing with it in a different way. Okay, so if you listen to your intuition and walk through the door universe wants you to walk through, this will change your entire life for the better. They are guiding you for a very specific reason. And stop second guessing yourself and get out of your own head. You're doing too much of that at the moment, so you really need to get out. They're also asking you to prioritize the important things. Are you putting too much importance on things that can wait and not enough importance on what needs to be dealt with or focused on right now? There's something you're procrastinating on, something that could change your whole life. It could be a message you need to send, or paperwork you haven't completed, or a conversation that you need to have. The universe is saying that things won't happen if you don't do it. They've been sending you messages about this and you keep putting it off or brushing it aside or letting fear take over. This, you know, that they're telling you now is the time, that this, in the next week or two, that you need to start putting forward movement on something that you have been putting off. Now, that's not to say about what I was saying earlier. This is something specific that you've been putting off. So what I was saying earlier about making forward movement on something that you may need to sit with for a second. These are two completely different things that you're doing. There's a piece of communication. This is only for certain people. There's a piece of communication that you need to send to someone in whatever that is for you. This will not only change your life, but the receiver's life too. So this is big, and I've put significantly exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. So significantly for the better. You may be surprised by the response in a good way. New doors, new keys, new life, new you is all to do with this piece of communication. Now, a couple of little signs I got. The colour colour red is important for some reason, and the number 7. I think I spoke about the number 7 the other day, being a significant number at the moment, but for some reason they said the colour red and number 7. Also got a moving truck. It could be moving forward with something in the physical, but also in the mind, in the mindset, changing the way that you do things, different way of thinking about things. Whatever it is, you're moving forward with something. Charms are important. So if you see charms, not only with the charms I'm going to pull today, but in the next, say, 7 days, seeing some sort of charms. Lucky charm. Okay, I'm hearing lucky charm. If you see crows or hear them, know that this message is for you. There's something that I've talked about today that you need to pay attention to. Keys. Keys are important. The keys that they are giving you or gifting you, blessing you with, are important. So it may be a symbol. I'm feeling physical though, so I'm not sure what that will mean for you, but keys are definitely important. Now, this was one of the last messages I received before I started filming, and this is something that I've been sort of getting over the last week or so. Something about the old gods and the new. So I've been getting drawn to Norse mythology and the old gods, and over the last sort of week or two, they've brought that to my attention because they know that is something that I am going to be doing a little bit of research on and looking into myself. But they wanted me to bring that to your attention because you are going to be getting a new guide. But they're not new. They're new to you in this life. This new guide that's coming in is an ancestor. From a very long time ago, I'm getting from many past. But this guide or ancestor has been with you in past lives, but not recent ones. So it's been quite some time since they were with you, and they are going to be introducing or reintroducing themselves in the coming months. I was also guided to ask if anyone does know about Norse mythology, pagan beliefs, all that sort of stuff, that if you have any recommendations, please comment. I would love to hear from you about book recommendations, cards, even any videos anywhere on any platform. They've said if anyone has recommendations, you may hold the key. And not just for myself, but for someone else to be opened up to that. But it's about, they're also saying it's about blending the old with the new. So, you know, parts of what you've believed in for quite some time may not be relevant to your life anymore, and integrating some new beliefs and new ways of being will be very beneficial for you. Now I'm getting charms. No, they want me to go again. Okay. Oh. All right. Not sure if you can see that. We have a pumpkin. Oh, it's just not showing, is it? Pumpkin. All right. So we are here in Australia, we are actually in autumn at the moment, so it may be relevant to now, or it may be relevant to Halloween, something around Halloween maybe. I've just got a coin. There's something to do with your finances. I'm feeling like it's going to be improving. And not to put everything in the one basket. So don't put all your eggs in the one basket. Invest. And that might be in people as well, investing in people. But not everyone. You have to be very selective, very careful. Okay. We have a female figure, so there's something to do. That's not something to do with, yes, there we go. Something to do with feminine energy. Maybe you're needing to get in touch with a feminine energy. That could be, male or female, it doesn't matter, just the feminine energy. You may need to get in touch with your feminine side, your creative side. I do remember saying something about that the other day. Now I have the ring. You're going to be making a commitment to something or someone, and it's going to be important, very important actually. That commitment is going to be something that is going to be very good for your soul, very good for your soul. All right, we have little initials, so we have the J. Doesn't look like it from back here, but there we go. It's the J. Doesn't look like it, but that is a J. And we have the B. So whatever that means for you, J and B. Okay. The Archangel cards, just to tidy this up. Universe, is there any messages, last messages for the collective? Any last messages? Camera seems to be going everywhere today. All right. Any last messages for the collective? Thank you, universe. All right. We've got those two cards. Okay, we have the Four of Raphael. And we have seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. So ask for advice, ask your angels for advice, your guides, the universe, whoever it is that you talk to, ask them for advice. Now look for the magic in life. You're being too hard on yourself. You're getting too stuck in your own head, and that's with the beware of your own emotions. So you need to lighten things up. You need to have some fun, be creative, laugh, find something to laugh about. You know, if you're feeling a bit down, if you're feeling a bit in your head, bit too serious, watch a funny movie, listen to some lighter music, watch a kids movie, you know, go have some fun. Go have some fun. Bring out that joyful, lighter, laughter. Things have been really heavy, and universe is saying you need to lighten up. But yeah, definitely need to lighten up. And then we have Epiphany, Archangel Raziel, joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. See, there's that bringing that joy, being that light. As I said earlier, the world needs our light, so we need to be lighter. We need to be happier. We need to bring that joy. And if you're not sure how to bring that back, then ask universe for your help. They're going to bring that to you. They're going to bring that laughter and that joy back into your life. But start. If you'll keep watching heavy stuff, if you keep listening to darker, heavier music, or watching heavier movies or series, or reading heavier books, or continuing to watch the world's events, because that's pretty heavy at the moment, turn it off. Get creative, get outside. If you want to listen to music, listen to something a bit more fun and a little bit more upbeat. Like I said, watch a funny movie or series, or watch a kids show, like whatever it is that you need to do to lighten things up a bit, bring a bit of happiness and that joyful energy back in. So I hope those messages help someone today. So I'll see you all next time. Have a good day.